Good everyone, my name is Graphics. Today we want to analyze this question in sort, and this will expose us to different aspects of sort, which are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and conjugate of sort. So I want us to pay attentively well as I take you down the memory lane. Now the question goes like this. It says if x is giving us root 5 plus root 3 all over root 5 minus root 3, and y is equals to root 5 minus root 3 all over root 5 plus root 3. Find the value of x squared plus 8xy plus y squared. Now first of all, if you look at these sorts here, they are not in the right proportion. It is not rationalized, right? So we have to rationalize them by conjugating. Is that okay now? So now the solution here, what we do here is this. The solution of this question. We said our x is giving us the square root of what? 5 plus root 3 all over what? Root 5 minus what? Root 3. Now we have to conjugate this before we can input it here, right? So we write by conjugating the denominator, right? We're going to be having this x is equals to the square root of 5 plus the square root of 3 all over the square root of 5 minus the square root of 3 multiply by the conjugate of the denominator here, which is what? 5 plus what? Root 3. Now I change this to positive to make it to become the conjugate all over the conjugate also. How good? This is the first step. So when you say conjugate, it means you change the sign to what? Positive if it is negative, and if it's negative, you change it to what? Positive. Now this can also be written as this, equals to root 5 plus root 3 bracket root 5 plus root 3 all over root 5 minus root 3 into bracket root 5 plus root 3. How good? Now this will give us, if you look at this, root 5 times root 5 will give you root 5 square. How good? It will give you root 5 square. Root 5 times root 3 will give you root 15. Root 5 times root 3 give 15. Then the next one, root 3 times root 5 will give root 15 plus root 15. So plus now, so the root 3 times root 3 will give you what? Root 3 square. So if you look at this denominator here, they are difference of 2 square because they are the same, but one of them is negative and the other is positive, right? So you write it this way: all square minus root 3 all square. That's what you do. You take one of them and square, then that is the negative aspect. Now root 5 square will give you 5 plus the square will equal the root. 1 root 15 will give you 2 root 15, right? Root 3 square, the root 3 square, the square will equal the root, so we have 3 remaining, all divided by this square will cancel this root, this square will cancel this root. We are left with 5 and 3. So this is what we are having, and this can be written as, so that we have 5 plus 3, and that will give us 8. So we're having 5 minus 3, and that will be 2. So we've gotten for that of x. Now do the same thing for y also. So you go through the same process. You have to conjugate the denominator a bit, so we'll be having this, and this will give us root 5 minus root 3 all over root 5 minus root 3. The conjugate of the denominator is the negative the negatives that we introduced to it, right? And this can be written as root 5 minus root 3 into bracket root 5 minus root 3 all over root 5 plus root 3 into bracket root 5 plus root 3, right? So this will give me, is going to give me root 5 times root 5 will have root 5 all square. Root 5 times root 3 will give you minus root 15. Minus root 3 times root 5 will give you minus root 15. Minus root 3 times minus root 3 will give you plus root 3 all square. All over. So now, this that we're having here will not be. Now, look at this. The conjugate of this will be minus and minus, right? So this is also minus sign here, right? Since it's conjugate, this is the difference of 2 square. That I'm putting square in the two values, but I'll take the negative part of it, right? So the square cancel the root, square cancel the root, and we are going to be having, this is what we'll be having here, and this will give us 5 plus 3 is 8, right? Minus 2 root 15 all over 2. So and this can be taken further to be 2 in 8 is 4. This is they are saying 8 over 2 minus 2 root 15 over 2. And this will give me 2 divided by 2 is what? Is 4. We have 4 minus 2 equals 2. We are left with what? Root 15. Right? Also similarly that it happens the same. It happens here also. We have 8 over 2 plus 2 root 15 over 2, and that will give me 8 into 2 is 4. If I should input x and y just like we calculated earlier in this point, we say our x is 4 plus root 15 and our y is 4 minus root 15. If I input it here, to make it cumbersome, too big, so what I will do is I'm taking them one after the other. If I've analyzed them, then I'll not bring them together. So let's first of all consider x squared. Now for x squared, here we say that x squared will give us, what is x? 4 plus root 15, right? And I'll square it. And when you square it, it simply means 4 plus root 15, right? And 4 plus root 15, that's what it means in two places. So if we move forward now, we'll say 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times root 15 will give you 4 root 15. Root 15 times root will give you 4 root 15, that is 4 times root 15. Then root 15 times root 15 will give you root 15 all square, right? So this will now give me 16. 4 root 15 plus 4 root 15 will give you 8 root 15. Then this square will equate this root, and we're left with what? 15. Now this will now give us 16 plus 15, that will be 31. So we're having 31 plus 8 root 15 for that x squared. So our x squared is this, right? So the next one we'll be having will be 8xy. So for 8xy, we'll be having the 8 multiplied by, what is my x? X is 4 plus root 15. Then what is my y? My y is 4 minus root 15. Right? So from here, if you expand these two, if you notice now they are conjugate of each other. So what you do is write your 8 into bracket. You're going to put 4 square minus what? Root 15 all square, because they are conjugate. So you take negative aspects and you square them. So this will now give me 8 into bracket 4 square is 16 minus square will cancel the root, we're having what? 15, and 8 into bracket 1. So 8 times 1 will give us what? 8. Are we good? Now the next one is y square. If we are going for y square will give us, our y is 4 minus what? Root 15, right? So we square it, and that will give us 4 minus root 15 times 4 minus root 15. So this will give us 4 times 4 is 16 minus 4 root 15 minus root 15 times 4 give you minus 4 root 15. Okay, minus 15 times minus 15 minus root 15 times minus root 15 give you plus root 15 all square. So this will give us 16 minus 4 root 15 minus 4 root 15 will give you 8 root 15. The square will cancel root, we are left with what? 15. Right? So this will now give us this will give us 16 plus 15 is what? 31. 31 minus what? 8 root 15. That's what we're having here. So we've successfully done this. Now we're going to impute it in this equation here. We'll input it here, right? We're going to input it here. So anyway, we'll see s square. We'll put 31 plus 8 root 15. Anyway, we'll see 8x square. We're going to put 8, and then we'll put. So let me just do it here. So in putting it into this equation here, we call it a trinomial. Here, we'll see that the x square is what? 31 plus what? 8 root 15. And the 8xy is what? We have 8, so we have plus 8. And the y square is what? That will give me 31 minus 8 root 15. So we have plus 31 minus 8 root 15. Right? So negative of this will cancel positive of this. So we're left with 31 plus 31 will give us 61 will give us 62 plus 8 will give us what? 70. So we're left with 31 plus 8 plus 31, and that is 70. Our answer there is 70. So if you know, if you benefited from this video, don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.